You know what? I've been thinking sometimes stereotypes are true. It's not a pleasant thing to think about, but it's true. Take the one about black folks and big lips. Well, if you haven't noticed, I am black, and if you look real close, I have some big lips. I was gonna cuss, but I'm not gonna cuss. I have some big lips. My lips, though, did not really bother me until ninth grade. I mean, honest with you, I grew up in a black family, and everybody I knew had big lips. And they were functional, you know. They were. I could point with them. And the best thing was I could walk through stinky places, have my hands full of packages, and still protect my olfactory senses. I still do that one. I just did that one on the way here. But in ninth grade, I met my nemesis. And for the purposes of this evening, to protect her identity, and because frankly I am over it, mature, I'll call her, I don't know what, Heifer. And so now, Heifer was a skanky white girl who all the boys loved. And why did they love her? Because she was a skank. And it's true, I'm not bitter or anything like that. She was truly a skank. Anyway, so we're in ninth grade. For those of you who don't know what a skank is somebody that's a hoe. But we were in ninth grade Spanish class, and for some reason, I was really popular that day. Everybody was around me. All the cute little Puerto Rican boys were talking to me, and I was feeling very good about myself. And Heifer must have been jealous because all of a sudden, I heard her scream at the top of her voice, "Oh my God! Look at her lips! They are huge!" And it was like I'd gotten punched in my gut. Ooh. And it took me a split second to get it together to be able to scan the room and pretend to look for the big-lipped girl. But by the time I could do that, everybody else had already figured out, and they were looking and laughing, and they were laughing at me. I was the girl with the huge lips, and everyone was looking at me. Thank God, class started just then, and I was able to sink into my chair. And as I did, I remember my lips curling in on themselves. Now, I didn't plan to do it, but once they were already curled, something clicked in my brain, and I thought, I don't have to have huge lips. I can make them smaller. And so that's what I did, I swear. Anytime I was around anyone who did not have big lips like mine, I tucked my lips. And let's face it, in a predominantly white high school in Framingham, Massachusetts, nobody had lips as big as mine. So I walked around with my lips tucked, and that meant my whole high school career, I not only looked stupid, I sounded stupid. "Hey, Jose, how you doing?" "Girl, I think you think I'm cute. You see how you was looking at me?" Okay, now fast forward 4 years. It's the University of Miami. I'm walking through the student union with my friend Sandra, and at the far end of the student union, in walks, no disrespect, God. And ladies, if you don't know, God is fun. I mean, he's beautiful. Chocolate brown skin, tall and slim, high top fade with a little tail in the back. Fine. I mean, he's beautiful. And it's Miami in the late 80s, so he's got on a coral-colored Izod shirt with woven leather loafers and no socks, and shorts that are tight and white. Now, he was tall and he was slim, but he wasn't skinny, he was fit. And his behind and his thighs were like something. They were beautiful. They just made you look. You couldn't take your eyes off of them. And the white shorts on the thighs and the behind made him just go pow, 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 pow. Everything, it was a serious thing. You didn't look at this man and giggle. You thought like a woman. And so David, that was his name, David walks in, and the shorts are tight. And my eyes went down and got stuck on them. And I got flooded with womanly thoughts. And nature took over, and my lips, pap! They were no longer tucked, they were all out. And I looked up because I needed to flee the womanly thoughts and calm my mind down. And I saw him staring at me from across the hall. And he glided toward me, smiling with this sexy Rick James smile that said, "Girl, I'm gonna sock you up with a biscuit." I just stood there. And as he got to me, he stood in front of me and he dipped. And he bit his lip and he sucked on it, pulled it a little bit, and then he growled at me and he said, "Girl, your lips are so sexy." What? I was a fat black girl with big old lips, and this fine man was looking at them and me like he was going to keep me barefoot and pregnant for the rest of my life. And I was going to, guess what? Love it! Now, turns out that David was a biscuit-waving freak, and he stopped up a whole heap of girls that year. But on that night, that day, for me, when he looked at me like I was gravy and he was a biscuit, it told me that I was desirable just the way God made me, big lips and all. And I haven't tucked my lips ever since.